What's good, fam? It's your boy Gels, and I'm back with another video. In this video, we're gonna talk about how I start a mix with a tracked out beat, man. We're gonna go from importing all the files to really setting up the mix, man. Hey, let's go! Like I said, man, in this video, we're going to work on a tracked out mix, man. We're going to pull in all our files for the beat, arrange everything, pan everything. Then we're going to move on to the vocals. So this is part one of the video where we're just going to focus on the beat, man. Enough talking. Let's dive into the computer and get to work. All right, guys. Now I have a session here pulled up by artist Lou. This beat is called Vertical. I believe this song is going to be called Had a Dream. Not really sure yet. But as you can see, I have the complete session file. Up here, have the beat. Goes into all the instruments and stuff like that. And here's the actual beat file. The actual MP3 from the session. I don't record on trackouts. If I know I'm mixing it, then I'll go ahead and record to a MP3 or a wave and just add the track out when I'm mixing. So let's get started on this mix here. What I like to do, I always like to start with the kick drum. So let's find the kick. I always like to start with the kick drum. Kick drum here, I'll put that on top. And what I'm doing now is this is how I start my mix from scratch. What I'm doing is putting all the beat together, then all the vocals together. I'm putting the beat together how I like to mix things. So let's go through the steps. Like I said, I like the kick here, and then I'll come with the snare, if there's a snare. All right, here's the snare, and I'm just moving everything to the top the way I like it. There's a snare. There's a hi-hat. Cymbal, and I'll put that with the hi-hat. Guitar. So we have an open hat here. We'll put that with the hi-hat. Guitar, pad, perk, piano. Pluck. I don't know how this pluck is gonna sound. Let's play it. Let's turn the volume down a little bit though. Alright. So that's gonna go with my strings. Alright, so we got the cymbal here. Clave, I don't know what that is. Let's play that. Let's turn the volume down. Alright, so it's kind of like a pluck. So I'll leave that out. So we pretty much have the kick, the snare, the hi-hat, open hat, and cymbal. That's the drums. So what I'm going to do is put those items in a folder. And to make a folder in Studio One, you just right click on whatever you want to pick and hit pack folder. So I'm going to name that folder drums. You'll see why I name it drums later. So now, actually we have a cymbal, so we missed the cymbal. Let's put the cymbal in that drums. And what I also like to do, since this is all drums, we'll do that later, matter of fact. We'll do that later. So now we have the bass and the guitar. We'll leave those there. There's the perk, the piano, and the sample. Let's listen to the sample real quick just to see how it sounds. Alright, we have the sample there. Let's bring that up too. Certain things I won't put in a folder. This pad. Let's hear this pad. Actually, these perks, I want to go ahead and put those in there with the drums. Let's put those in there with the drums. Close that folder back. So now we have the piano, we have the pad, pluck. Let's listen to that. Alright, so we have the pluck, the piano, pad, play. I actually want to put this in with the drums as well. Let's put that in with the drums as well. Okay, now we have the pad, piano, pluck, and the sample. I'm going to put all that in a folder as well. And we're actually going to call this folder strings. So we have that down. Let's move all our folders together. So what we're going to do with the guitar, the bass, and this is just the beat that came. Let's play. That's the beat right there. So we could pretty much, we're going to mute this track. Right click on it, mute events. We'll get rid of that out of the session later, but I just want to deal with the beat for now. So what we're going to do, we'll go back to our folders. We're going to highlight everything. Change the color. I like my color is green for the drums. And also, while we have everything color coded for the drums, let's take all these drums here and switch it to the drum bus. Alright. So now let's get this out of here. So now that we have the drums and the drum bus, now we'll go to the strings. We'll color code the strings. A lot of people ask why I don't put my guitar in with the strings or my bass in there with the strings. I just mix those differently. I like to have those shine. So let's change the color on these strings. Let's go with this color here. Let's bring up the mix window. Change the strings. So now let's get to the bass guitar. Let's change the bass to here. Put that on bass. And the guitar, I'm actually going to put the guitar as my melody track. And that's pretty much how I label things out and how I colorize things. So I did not change the guitar's color. So let's go ahead and change the guitar's color. So we have the kick drum. I'm sorry, I'm tripping. So we have, let's go from the top. We have the drums, we have the strings, we have the bass, we have the guitar. That's how I first break down my beat. Now let's go into the actual instruments. All right, now we have the drums here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to highlight everything in this track, including the vocals, even though we haven't gotten to the vocals yet. Matter of fact, no, I'm not. I'm going to highlight everything that's included in the beat. I'm going to bring it down. And this is how I start all my mixes. So what we're going to do, we're going to go here, solo. So that way everything here is solo. So now what we're going to do is just hit play. Let's go up here. Let's check out this kick drum. Open this drum track. Matter of fact, let me bring this down a little so you guys can see it. So we're going to start with this kick drum. Just going to hit play until we get our first sound. The kick drum is coming. So now let's just turn it up. And when I'm mixing my beat, I like to have my beat normally at -29. So this kick drum is kicking at -29 right now. So I'll leave it where it is. I'm probably eventually going to turn it down. But for now, we'll leave it at that because I like my kicks to kind of overpower my beats per se. So we'll leave that there. So now, next, we're going to go to the snare. Let's go to the snare. And what I'd like to do, I like to pan my snares. Just to make room for my kick and my bass guitar down the center. All right, let's go to the hi-hat. That sounds about good right there. I like to pan my hi-hats as well. A lot of people like to overpower their hi-hats and cymbals and stuff. Man, I really don't like hi-hats or cymbals. So I like to kind of tuck them in the mix. Alright, let's go to this open hat. Pan that as well. Alright. Let's go to this cymbal now. Let's go ahead and start this over. Hit the cymbal. Let's go. Get to the cymbal. Let's pan that as well. In fact, let's pan that to the left. My dog is going crazy in the background. If you guys can hear it, sorry about that. Must be somebody walk in front of my house. Alright, this sounds good right there. Now let's go to this perk 2. Matter of fact, let's switch these. Let's go to perk 1 first. We're gonna pan this as well. Like I said, I like to pan pretty much every instrument. Alright, I like that right there. Let's go to this perk 2. Pan that as well. Alright. Let's go here next. I think that's pretty much good for the drums. Let's go ahead and play that. Let's go ahead and fast forward it. Snare's just a hair too loud. Up a little bit more. Alright, that sounds good to me. So let's close this folder. Now, like I said, right now what I'm going to do is bring this bass in. Let's bring this bass in. Alright. There we go. Alright. Now let's bring in this guitar. Alright. I like the way that sounds right there. Alright, so now let's go to the strings here. We're going to start with the sample, of course. Let's start this beat over. Let's go. I know that the sample on this is the kind of the main attraction, so I want that sample to shine through. I think I like that right there. Let's start that over a little bit. Yeah, I like that right there. Alright, now that we got the sample kind of where we want it, let's go to the piano. Let's go to piano 1. Let's pan that. We pan that piano. Okay. All right. All right. Let's go to piano 2 now. We're gonna pan that to the left. All right. Let's start it over. I like the vibe of that right there. All right. Now let's go to this pad. To the right. I like that right there. Let's hear it. Yeah, I like that. Let's go into this pluck. I'm gonna go ahead and pan that. like that right there. Let's start it from the beginning. And like I said, I like to put everything in folders just so I can control it. So now let's go over here. I said this is where we're going to control everything. Let's hit play. There we go. Yeah, I love the balance of that beat, man. Alright, man, I think we got the beat pretty much where we want it. Now we can go ahead and start with the vocals, man. Let's go. Alright, man, that was part 1 of the video where we focused on the beat. Do you use some of the techniques I use with the panning and putting certain things in the middle? If you do, leave it in the comments below. If you don't, leave it in the comment section below as well, so we can learn from each other and teach each other. Be sure to check out my website, Mixedbyjellztv.com. Be sure to like and subscribe and share this video. Be sure to check me out on all social media, Mixed by Jells. Hey, man, stay tuned for part 2 of this video where we focus on the vocals. Hey, it's your boy Jells. I'm gone.